Hello, everyone, and welcome to East Asia Dove. Today we are talking about some real life angels, nurses in East Asia. Speaking as an Asian myself, I've always thought that nursing was a job for younger people because it can be so physical demanding. Nurses often have to lift patients or heavy equipment and pull out overnight shifts, but which is obviously tough once you pass 40. Meanwhile, I've noticed that in the States and Europe, plenty of nurses are actually older. At first, I wondered if people there were just naturally stronger than East Asians, but it turned out there is a more practical reason nurses in East Asia are generally younger, namely economics, and to be honest, the working conditions can be pretty brutal. So I decided to take a close look at some actual statistics, especially in South Korea. There is a famous doctor in South Korea saying that the coordinator's nurses' working hours is too high, like 400 hours per month, which is not normal. And if we look into the nurses by capita, by country, it would be clear that in the States, in Europe, there's more nurses working, but there's less in East Asia, including China, South Korea, and Japan. Japan is also kind of like okay. So I started to believe that it's not about the physical conditions of people living there. It pretty much is about how the work conditions been offered to nurses. If we take South Korea as an example, we can see that many nurses leave their career field quite earlier. 1 to 3 years, that's the time they get skilled, but they decided to leave. And if we look at into the reasons, the most reason is harsh working condition and the labor intensity. So what can we do about it? We shall support them. If we want a healthier world, we need nurses who aren't perpetually exhausted and running on coffee fumes. That means better hours, better pay, better everything, right? Think of it as an investment in all our futures because, let's be honest, we will all need a nurse at some point. I once heard a line, can't recall where, that becoming a nurse is hard, but that's exactly what makes it special. It's not easy, but then again, the most meaningful things rarely are. So, to all the nurses out there, keep doing what you do. And to everyone, including people in the other side of the earth, your support might not always get a standing ovation, but it's making a world of difference. Don't just searching nurses online, okay?